I have a boyfriend. Let's see. Okay. So here's the question of the day that I got from one of my Patreon members. For those of you who don't know what Patreon is, it's the best way to support any of the creators on YouTube or Instagram or wherever. It's more private. It's confidential. To me, it's confidential. Whenever anybody asks me a personal message, if they don't want me to, um, if you don't want to ask it on like a YouTube comment section or Instagram, it's a way that you can message me confidentially and I will not share your information. And a lot of people message me all the time asking me what to do, and I'm always responding, join Patreon, join Patreon, join Patreon. So I did recently get 2 new Patreon members, Taylor and David. Thank you for joining me here. And then you can always find like exclusive content and videos there too. I'm right now giving out my free, it's $9.99. If you want to go to my website, it's for girls to learn about oral sex, but it's really for everybody because it's a hilarious video that I did with someone named the Slutty Chef, Aaron. Anyway, so the question that I had from Nicholas, one of my patrons, is that how do I politely let a girl know I want something casual and nothing serious? So that's kind of like a tough question to answer because I don't know the person, but I would always say the most important thing is to communicate. Just basically say that. I know it's going to be like uncomfortable, but uncomfortable always is good because then you can start a discussion. So communication is key. I don't know if anybody else here has other ideas of how to say that, but I would say just be honest and tell them where you're at for whatever reasons that you have. Maybe you are really super busy and you have to concentrate on your career and whatever else is going on in your life. You just don't have the time to have like a serious in-depth relationship. So I think it's better to just come right out and say from the start, I'm in this place in my life. Can't do anything more than that. I'd like to have a relationship with you, but it's going to have to be casual. And I usually older women like myself like the straight shooter, like someone who's really upfront and honest, as opposed to someone who's like, yeah, I want a relationship. I want to, get married to you one day or some other bull crap like that. But that is probably deceitful. So you want to just be true to your word, be impeccable to your word. Hi, Jerry from Tennessee. What am I doing this weekend? I'm going to go away this weekend into the mountains. Let's see. What else? Let's see. What's real tough? It's going to make him look like a fuckboy, Joey, if he says that. I don't think so. I mean, again, it's much more, it's much less of a fuckboy thing to do, to be honest and tell the person where you're at, than it is to just go ahead and lie or pretend that you're going to want something more. And it may end up that you do want something more. It could end up being that way, and you could say that too. Tell him to get the chicks. Just got to make me laugh. Just got to make them laugh. I agree. Make me laugh is a good idea. Thank you for the compliments on the earrings. Okay. Anyway, where were we? We were on questions. Hi, Aaron. Yeah, loving you. I love you too. JB, finally got a chance to see you live. Wow, you're beautiful. Thank you. Chicago in the house. Oh, you're in the house from Chicago. Okay. Hey, Ari. And let's see. What would you advise your son if he met a woman with the young kids age 2 and 8? Would you advise him not to get involved, especially if he has no kids? No. I think if someone is a connection with someone, it's hard to find a connection. And I say, is it ideal to get involved with someone who has 2 kids? Obviously, it's going to be more challenging. But I think that if you really are caring about if you have this connection with this person, try it out, see what happens. There's nothing. There's no obligation. There can be a million things that can happen once you get involved with someone. They can get an illness. What are you going to do? Leave? Sure. Do you know from the get-go that if you don't want to get involved with someone, if they have some major hang up? Yeah. But it's hard to find someone. So if you found someone and you're connected with that person and they have kids involved, So what? I know someone, I'm going to a wedding of someone who got involved with a woman and she had like a 5-year-old or something. He's been involved with her for like 4 years. He has no kids, but they're happily together. So I mean, don't set any limits and don't pigeonhole you and have to have this, this, and this. It's hard enough to find anybody, let alone worry about if they have blonde pubic hair or something. I knew some guy who literally said, I don't want to go out with a girl who has blonde pubic hair. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. That's why the guy's still single right now. Let's see. I think I'm being played, but I don't want to give up. Should I stop? Did I miss the first part of that? Paula, what do you mean? You're welcome, Mr. Piratebrain. Let's see. Do you wear heels and flats and boots and wedges? I think we answered that question before. I wear them all. Let's see. All right. You're welcome for all the advice, JB. And of course, you're more than welcome to join me on my Patreon page because that's really the best way to connect. The problem is that if you only see me on social media and something happens to my YouTube channel, which has happened twice this year already, I can't do lives anymore. I'm going to go to Patreon. That's my first place. That's where the emails are going to be. That's where everybody's, connected with me. So that's the only place you'll know that you won't lose contact is if you join me on Patreon for as little as $1. Obviously, the more you contribute, the closer we are as far as, the time I can give you. Karen, would you happen to have an identical twin sister who is available? I do not. Sorry about that. Here we go. How young is it to be with a cougar? I don't know what that question means. Okay, so let's see. Yes to all those different shoe heel types. Are you saying with those little high heels? Okay. What is everybody else doing this weekend? Hopefully, you're going out and having some fun. I had an interesting guest. One of my patrons actually. He's going to be guest writing for my book that I hopefully will be out soon. I keep talking about it. It's The Secrets of Dating Older Women. And he's written extensively about how he goes about researching a bar before he goes there to see what the age group is. He will buy a round of drinks for a group of girls and hopes that, then they'll come up to him later on and introduce themselves and thank him for the drinks. So he's got a lot of tips that we're going to be featuring in the book. So get ready for that as well. That'll be coming out soon. Let's see. I wouldn't get involved with a woman that has young kids, especially if I don't have kids myself. Okay. Mr. Bean is a local sex fiend. Huh? Mr. Bean? Are you Mr. Bean? Let's see. Can I say your name? Hi, Teddy. And Ben Charles said all fair mothers make better lovers. I admire your guns. Sure, Angel, I admire your guns. I admire anyone who does the time to work out. I think it's super important to take care of yourself. It's one of the reasons why I think younger men are attracted to older women, because the women they're attracted to take care of themselves. They work out, eat right, try to stay in shape, that kind of thing. You're going to a balloon festival. That's cool, Brendan. Okay, so other questions that you want to answer, it could be about anything in life, anything in careers, anything in rock and roll, anything in movies, current TV shows that you're watching. I'm currently watching, oh my God, The Handmaid's Tale. It is so upsetting. It's very it's like if there was some sort of like a war in the United States, it could show you what could happen. So it's scary. I know, Aria, eating balloons. Hey there, Hurt Locker. You're back. I'm glad to see it. Brendan, thanks for asking about the dog. The dog is in the other room and he's doing all right. What can I say? He's old. I've dated an older woman with kids and it didn't bother me because I'm good with kids and I'm a school teacher. JB, there you go. So, yeah, I mean, if anything, it shows a different side to you and to the person. You're going to run naked through Walmart. Okay, that's going to be interesting. Bench brawl. Why are you going to run naked through Walmart? What are older women looking for when they go out with younger guys? Max, good question. Mostly they're looking for fun and companionship. Let's be honest. Not really looking to have a marriage per se. I mean, I think that at the beginning, at least, it's all about just having a great time. I mean, if you could provide fun and entertainment and lightness, a lot of times older women that are just getting out of a bad relationship, like a divorce or whatever, they just want to have fun again. They want to have good sex again. They don't want to be stuck in this, like, what they've been in for like how many years. A lot of women that have been in marriages that have been hanging out just for the kids or whatever. And then the kids are grown up and they're like, oh, guess what? I'm free. And they just want to be free and be happy. So those are the women that I would say you have the best chance at having that kind of relationship with, if that's what you're looking for. Benjamin, I know that she is a cougar, but I'm still not sure if she'd be interested in me or not. Oh, I missed the first part. Hey, KarenLee, I'm 28 and I'm currently pursuing the prospect of a relationship with an amazing 55-year-old woman. She's beautiful, sexy, funny, passionate, and vivacious. I know that she is a cougar, but I'm not sure she'd be interested in me or not. I'm trying to be direct and charming without being a creep. I know that she does like me and find me funny. So just hang in there, Benjamin. I mean, it sounds like you're on the right track. If you feel like there's a reason that you're holding back on talking to her, find out if it's because of you or it's because she's giving you those vibes, like, don't go there. I guess if you're interested in pursuing it, I would say just go for it. You know, there's no reason why you can't have a good time. I mean, if the situation was reversed and it was a 55-year-old guy going after a 28-year-old, that happens all the time. Look at the freaking George Clooney in them all. I mean, I think that's the same age difference. So don't worry about age. The most important thing is, who gives a shit about age? Age is just a number. What's important? The connection, right? Oh, okay. So that's what older women are looking for in younger guys. Um, I see. I'm ignoring some of these stupid ass things on Instagram. Keith, good afternoon, Karen. I've told you some here and there about my cougar. Pickup lines are usually a bust. LOL. You have to really show interest in pursuing. I would agree with that. Delve in more, Keith. Ari's saying, I like my cub because he's smart, curious, and a good listener. Aha. Curious and a good listener are like, absolutely. That's Ari, my fellow cougar. I think those are super important, that you emphasize the fact that you're a good listener. Everybody wants to be listened to. They don't want to be like talked to. I went on a lot of dates when I was first single, and it was like the guy was just like talking my ear off about his life. Never once did he ask me like one question. And I was like, this is boring. I feel like I'm on a job interview or something, except for it's just hearing about the job itself, not really having any input. So I would say being a good listener, being curious are really important. And then letting that funny part. She's wonderful, difficult to read. I know that there's a good chance that she won't be interested in me, but I'm not going to give up until I get a solid no. She's wonderfully unique. So if she's wonderfully unique, Benjamin, then I'd say that you have a good shot at this. The other thing I was going to say is, just if you feel like she's going to say no, maybe just take it and be patient and just be her friend for a while and see if then it can develop into something. I'm not a big believer that you can't move from like a friendship to a relationship. I think you can. Okay, Karen, I got a good topic for your next video. What if we have a girlfriend, but we connect with someone else better? Then how's that hurt locker? I don't have to do a video on it. If you connect with someone else better, you got to ask yourself why, and if you have a girlfriend, why are you sticking with a girlfriend that isn't getting it? The connection's not there. Or maybe you just haven't had that much time with a girlfriend. You got to get to know her better. Or Maybe you connect more on a physical level with one than the other, and you're confusing those lines. So there's a lot of stuff going on there. Yes, the best way to connect with someone is to have a date at a place of fun, like a water park or just a public park. There you go, Hurt Locker. Benjamin, just be patient and stay positive, hang out, and get to know her. That's what I would agree with. Ari saying that about um, Benjamin and his 55-year-old cougar who's hard to read. Keith saying, older ladies, mine is 63, I'm 48. They have seen the games, they know the plays, etc. Not saying you can't flirt, be silly, and have fun, but they love seriousness. Yeah, I mean, after a while, as an older woman, you get tired of the nonsense. You just want to be with someone who's like legit and a man of their word. And yeah, after a while, you get tired of it. Why can't older women accept compliments? Aunt 69, age of Aquarius. Why do older women take compliments? We do women who wait. Okay, why older women don't take compliments? We do women who have a dull sex life is aware of their problem. What I not sure what that is. Um, hmm. What does that mean? And 69. I'm not exactly. Basically, why can't older women accept compliments? It's not that they can't accept compliments. It's just that you can't just sit and compliment someone that you don't know and expect them to think you're anything more than just a player. It's just get a little deeper, talk a little bit below the surface because the surface is one thing, but you want to be able to get to know the person. The thing is, okay, the God, Karen, the things I'd like to do to her. Thank you for being a constant source of confidence and inspiration for us curious younger guys. You're welcome, Benjamin. Glad to help. Just keep being patient, keep working at it, keep letting your true self out. And no matter if you're looking for an older or younger person, that's all you want to do. I mean, I went after guys all the time just because they're so funny. Funny is good. Other people that are okay. So here's the thing: I get a lot of requests for advice on by email. Most of them are like, do you have any other people that you could fix me up with? I live in, Dubai, or I live in New Jersey. Can you fix me up? Can you fix me up? Cougar bars, whatever. I don't know all the cougar bars throughout the country or the world, first of all. Although, again, in my book, there's going to be a chapter on where you can meet older women. And a lot of it has to do with like, do some research, go on Yelp, YELP, go on Yelp. This is not an advertisement for them, but go there and look to see if it's type in cougar bar. You might find that a lot of the people on Yelp are going to tell you, hey, a lot of cougars hang out there. They might say it in a negative way, like, oh, we don't want these older women, but it's perfect for a guy who wants older women. Most girls hate impatience and being pressured overtly or subtly. Yeah. A good point, Ari. What girls do not want is someone who is annoying and needy and keeps pursuing. I had a guy who would not give up, and this was not a younger, he was my age or older, and he kept saying like stuff like, what are you playing cat and mouse with me? You're not answering the phone, or you can't commit me. I need you to commit to being with me at least once a week. I'm like, wait a second, I don't remember like signing up for this job. So be careful with being too aggressive and overly needy. Those are some don'ts. Let's say, Keith, by the way, we are going to the big over the road truck show in Walcott, Iowa, the 4:30. I'll email you the pictures if I can remember it. I'd love to see that. That'd be cool. The big road trucks. Uh, let's see. All right. So any other questions that you guys have, throw them at me quickly because we're running out of time. I would love for us to be best friends on Instagram. If it's okay with you, Angel Taurus. I'm best friends with everybody. I don't want to like single you out over anybody else because you got big muscles. I feel like all you guys have really helped me. I'm almost 40,000 followers on Instagram. So if you guys start following me from YouTube to Instagram, you can help me reach that goal. I'm always looking at the milestones. Hey, is there anything I can avoid to be seen as needy or constantly bringing up sex? Don't do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is my best tip for everybody. It's good for someone who's trying to avoid trying to hold back and be patient, and it's also good for someone who can't take the act, can't act on something. So for a shy guy that can't act on something, this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 push is really important. It's based on a book. I use this theory all the time because it's based on Mel Robbins' book called The 5 Second Rule, not about the kind that ends up on the floor, but 5 seconds to act on something. It's really important. That 5 seconds is key. It helps me. Like if I'm like wanting to introduce myself to someone, it's like where normally your brain has 5 seconds. Within that 5 seconds, it's going to try to talk you out of introducing yourself. Make it so that within those 5 seconds, you know you have to introduce yourself. I mean, even if it's people in your building that you've never said hello to before, just force yourself wherever you are to introduce yourself and just to say hi to strangers. It's going to be so good. And I know that, again, this is another tip from the guy that is I'm not saying co-authoring, but he's adding a lot to my book, The Secrets of Dating Older Women. This particular guy named Neil is going to give some suggestions also about like just if you're in a sales job or any kind of job, just pushing yourself to like say something, just say it. If your gut tells you to say it, do it. I mean, if you're one of those people though that has no patience, use 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 just to get your patience, just to build in a delay for yourself so that you're not like completely embarrassing yourself or calling up and saying, or texting. Don't over text. Oh my gosh. Like I couldn't stand that either. You don't, like, people are working. People are having a life going on. And if you're constantly texting, the girl's going to be like, oh my God, he will not stop texting. What do I do? Just that's when 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, don't text. Let her have the last text. I play this little mental game all the time. When I was single, I would always let the other person have the last text. Let them want more. Less is more. Don't you be the one to constantly be like, oh, she's text. I'm going to text back a little heart. No, don't stop. Just stop. Let's see. I hope that helps you, Hurt Locker. Broccolin, is online dating a good idea to meet a cougar or face to face? Both. Both. Just do both. Hey, you try, throwing this ball, eventually something's going to be catching, right? So do them both. If you put in that you prefer an older woman in your age range, you might find that older women are going to be like curious. Oh, well, why does he like older women? And you tell her, I like older women for all the reasons that KarenLee Love said on YouTube. If I do get lucky and get together with her or my crush, I'm going to give her the best 11 seconds she's ever had. 11 seconds. Ari, her needy is when you call or text her every day and she doesn't return every call. Exactly. Oh boy. Well, I text her every day and I always talk and she calls me. Her life is stressful and I take some of it away. It is nice. I mean, now listen, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have an ongoing text relationship. If this girl's into texting you and you're into it, go for it. Sometimes it works the other way. Sometimes people just want to have text relationships. That's fine. But if you want something more than a text, I would stop giving away the cow before the milk. That is. Can you smile big right now? I love smiles. What do you think of jealousy in a relationship? I think of jealousy. That's a good question. Is it Simi one? So this is what I think of jealousy. I think jealousy comes from a place of insecurity. So I feel like if I'm jealous of something my boyfriend is doing, if he's talking to some hot woman, it would be like, why am I jealous? I start thinking to myself, why am I jealous? I'm jealous because he thinks she won't feel as attractive. Well, that's my problem. That's my problem because I don't recognize that I'm attractive or I don't feel confident about myself. So I think of jealousy as normal and we're all going to get jealous. And I'm not saying I'm perfect and I don't get jealous because I absolutely will have times that I'm going to get jealous. It's just human nature to be jealous. But try to figure out if you're getting jealous all the time, why you're getting jealous. It's maybe you don't feel secure in your relationship or maybe you just don't feel secure about yourself, which is why I always say go out, meet people, but most important thing is get yourself, as strong as you can, confident before you go into battle. I think it's why buy the cow if I can get the milk for free. All right, you get the idea, Mike. Thank you. I never said I can get these things. I'm not good with remembering things. Okay. Let's see. but can one deal with being really jealous? Simon, are you talking about yourself or are you talking about somebody else? Ari, I have cute dimples. Thank you. I didn't know I have cute dimples. How was the 4th of July? Awesome. I went to the Hollywood Bowl in Los Angeles and I saw, like, what I love is fireworks to music. So it's like a live orchestra and music and the Go-Go's, who, by the way, Belinda Carlisle is rocking it in her 50s. Okay. She's the lead singer of the Go-Go's and she's attractive and she's dancing and singing like she's amazing. They've been doing this for, like, I don't know, 40 years or something. My thing is, why is everyone buying milk all of a sudden? Okay. You're in Iran and you love me. Awesome. I was blasting Vacation yesterday, Matt. Yeah, they played Vacation. Our Lips Are Sealed. That was my favorite to get up and dance to. Another great place to have a date is a concert. I don't know that I agree with that. I would say these outdoor venues where you could picnic is a great idea, especially if you're sitting out and you're not like in the pavilion. But if you're in the pavilion of someplace, it's not like a great first date experience because you're not getting a chance to get to know the person. If you're like listening to music, you're focusing on that, or a movie, bad first date because you're watching a movie. So just stick with the idea. Like, you don't need to take someone to an expensive restaurant. Take someone to a restaurant that you can afford and feel comfortable at. But just try to keep it on the, like, conversation is the most important part of my first date with you. But yeah, I mean, eventually a concert is great. The Go-Go's saying "Walk Like an Egyptian." No, I don't think so. They didn't at this concert, at least. I'm not a big Go-Go's fan. I just was going there because I wanted to see the fireworks. There were a lot of Go-Go's fans there, especially gay Go-Go's fans. There's a lot of gay guys there and girls. I've seen the Go-Go's and the Bengals both twice. Maybe the Bengals sang that. I don't know. You love them, Ari? Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I mean, I had a fun time. I hope everybody else did. You're a huge music fan. Love introducing others to new artists. Matt, introduce me, please. I love learning about new. I'm much more into alternative rock than anything else. I don't know if you guys have seen any of my videos on YouTube where I go crazy at concerts. I take a lot of video, and it's my happy place. I really feel happy at music venues and at comedy venues. Guess what? Speaking of time to go, it's about time to go. I have to go. So I love you guys. And just remember, I'm on Patreon. It's a great way to keep in touch with me. Patreon. I will put it right here. And even if you're from a different country, you can join me on Patreon because they accept all denominations of money. Patreon.com/KarenLee. Boom. Okay. I put the link down there, and I'll do it here too. And if you guys have questions or comments, go into the box below, www.patreon.com/KarenLee. Here. Okay, so that's how you pin. Okay, that's how you find me. It's Frank Ocean. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard of Frank Ocean, actually. A lot of jealousy and possessiveness comes from insecurity, not attractiveness, not an attractive trait. Hey, thank you, Gary. Darn just got here. All right, Ross, join me on Patreon, or this will also stay live for 24 hours on Instagram, and it also will stay on YouTube forever. So, all right, gotta run. I love you guys. Comment, like, subscribe, turn your notifications on both of these platforms, because then you won't miss the next time I go live, especially when I'm going to be doing it less and less frequently, unfortunately. So I'm concentrating more with my Patreon.